I'll let you listen.
But processing causes water to lose its natural hexagonal structure, with unfortunate effects for our bodies. Now you can take your personal hydration to a whole new level with the glassware that restructures water in just 3 minutes. Golden Ratio Products brings you these amazing water bottles, carafes, and drinking glasses which put the life back into the water you drink. Try it and you'll be amazed at the effects you feel in your body. Go to goldenratioproducts.com for the next phase of your water consciousness.
That's right. It's the morning show here on ABC News Radio KMET 1490 AM. I'm Aaron Michael Sanchez. Good to have you with us. On today's show, we got a good returning guest talking about something that I know you're going to want to have more of, especially today. And it is something that I know even Jesse, you're going to say, yes, please. You might even want me to go take you for lunch. Just going to say that really quick. It is Buffalo Wings are back unlimited. And Jesse, I know you love buffalo wings. For only $12.99, all you can eat is back with endless boneless wings and so much more.
Every time you do this, you just make me hungry. Oh my god. You know what? I actually tried to do this. I'm like, how many plates can I finish? And let's just say my head is bigger than my stomach, and I could barely finish 2 plates.
I could believe it, man. It's all happening at Applebee's. We'll be talking to our general manager, Bill Norby, over at the Beaumont location, where Banning is. Let's put it this way: there's so much going on in Banning. I will say, in the years past, I think before I knew you, Jesse, I thought, okay, Beaumont, Banning, what's going on there? And then I saw like south of the 10 freeway, a lot of stuff, right? A lot of like shopping. A lot of places. I know you and I had some food at Sonic over there, right? And that was fun. That was a good day of fun. And there's just a lot of stuff going on. But I will say let's put it this way. There are some things happening in our neck of the woods, which are a little like, uh-oh, what next? When it comes to certain wildlife and fires. You know what I mean? So that's happening in Castaic. So I know it's really hot today, Jesse. So be very aware and alert. What do you want to say, Jess?
Yes, it is brutally hot. When I woke up this morning I woke up at 5:30. I got here around 6. Do you know what the temperature was this morning at 6 a.m.?
And you guys got to remember, and I'm going to say this just to our audience, okay? Jesse is in an area that is so far from the water, from the beach. I'm closer to the water, right? So I'm in LA, so it's bad here, okay? But it's never as bad as it is in Riverside. Okay, so his degrees are about anywhere from 8 to 12 degrees hotter. How hot was it, Jesse?
It was 80 degrees. Okay, 80
At what time?
at 6. No,
Oh,
it should not be that way.
yeah, that's not a good sign for the rest of the day. Well, there is a heat. I wouldn't even say it's an advisory. It's called "Don't Get." I saw some posts on. Okay, this is very important. Okay, I got water right here. Okay, I'm not ashamed to admit I'm already starting up the wazoo on water. Right, it's ice cold. I know there was like a power situation yesterday that they were worried about because everybody's running their coolers. But yesterday was not as bad as it is today. How hot is it going to be where you're at, Jesse?
Let's see. Yesterday it was around 108 to 110. So I'm assuming
Ah, what?
what that, that bad?
It was 108, 110 yesterday. Here, okay, I'll give you a perfect example. See what I said? 8 to 12. It was about 90 something here. So I think you need to go more west, Jesse. I know you work there, but like
Okay, you
the
got the
beach,
good.
man, the beach.
You got the good heat. Let me get some of that.
I know that's the problem right now. I'm telling you, people. Okay, don't. Let me put it this way: you're not gonna want to be anywhere near like the inland like for a while, especially if the power goes out. Jesse, go. Where would you go if the power went out?
Uh, well. You talk about here.
Yep.
Uh, you know what? I don't know. The power's only been out here once, thank God, and it was early in the morning, and it was only out for like 4 or 5 hours.
Okay,
But
okay. That's actually good because we have like backup stuff there at the station. But let's say it's at your home or it's like in the area. I would go number one to the movies, okay, and I would just sleep the whole day
okay, okay,
because
okay.
it's gonna be how hot there.
I wonder if they'll notice me if I move into Sam's Club or Costco.
You would be that guy on the couch, huh? You'd be like, okay, I'm gonna check out this recliner for life. Yeah, it's gonna be a scorcher. Rosalie on social media says it's supposed to be 108 today, 110 tomorrow, and 113. In your area, how hot is it gonna be, Jesse? Have you looked it up?
It's gonna be the same.
Yeah,
Blistering hot.
yeah. That's. Well, you know what? People complain about sometimes the weather in a way, and they're like, it's not as bad as it is there, and we go, well, it's not as bad, here as it is there. But when it comes to heat, for some reason, Riverside gets it the worst, man. And there was like, oh yeah, it's 107 today. Yeah, it's not good.
And also, if you're gonna be walking your dog, don't be walking your dog at during the day. If so, make sure they're wearing shoes because if the ground is too hot for you, it's too hot for them.
Yeah, yeah. No, it's gonna be hot there, man. I'm not going anywhere east, at least not for the next week. I will say this: one area that you may want to go, especially for the weekend, is Long Beach. Okay, Long Beach Comic Convention is happening this Saturday and Sunday. So if you're anywhere in the area, that probably would be a good thing to just do. Go ahead and have fun. Do so in an air conditioned, and you get the beach, so you could always go for like lunch or dinner. And the beach is always cooler than it is, inland. So that's my suggestion. I'm going to stick to that. Jesse, I know you got some news over there. What's going on?
Oh yes. Okay, so I think it was yesterday. Sean, the other engineer, he sent me a article. Okay, and it was revolving around CRISPR technology. Okay, we talked about it before with the whole resurrecting the mammoths and stuff like that. It's them editing the genes and DNA
Yeah,
to make something a little bit different.
yeah.
So, of course, it's China. Chinese researchers say they've successfully reprogrammed the genome of the common lab mouse, rearranging its genomes and reducing its number of chromosomes from 20 to 19. So,
From 20 to 19 of the of oh, that's not good.
of chromosomes. So, this breakthrough can not only lead to new treatments for cancers and other diseases, but also gives the humans the ability to create entirely new species. No, we do not.
No, man. Everybody needs to go watch Jurassic World. That's the problem. Okay, you guys gotta see Jurassic World. I mentioned it to my mom recently, and I was like, "Mom, you need to watch this." And it's on demand now. So if you have Vudu or one of those like platforms where you can watch, do. Okay, I saw it at the movie theater, and I thought, okay, but what you're talking about, I remember learning. I think when I was a teenager, after Jurassic Park came out, and I read the Michael Crichton books, especially Jurassic, right? And that one kind of covers, if you think about like the first one, and I think the third one, because there's a couple scenes that didn't make it in the first one, but they made it into the third one. Anyway, my point is this: he was ahead of the time. He was talking about what if and what is the danger. Now, when you remove chromosomes or you gene edit, okay, there's a problem because now you don't know. Like they would say, oh, we know what that did, right? But in the movie Jurassic World, what is it, Dominion, I think. You have a situation where you have like really well, he goes, I can fix it, right? He's always like, I can fix it. It's the same guy from the first one, okay? So he comes back and forth, back and forth. He's like, I can fix it. But the problem is, it doesn't need fixing. Let it be is the better thing to say, but no one wants to let it be. They want to say, hey, we can do it, why not? So if you create, wait, so what have they created already, Jesse?
So yeah, no, this was it. So it's pretty much they were able to fully rewrite this mammal's genomes. Okay, so when I was telling Sean, I'm like, they're probably gonna end up doing this to humans, and he was like, yeah, it'll probably happen pretty soon. I was like, no, it already happened like 4 years ago. They made a pair of twins using this technology to edit into their genes like an HIV resistant gene or something like that.
Okay, all right, all right. Well, that sounds good, I think, at the onset, but then you don't understand all the other things that you're like, either. Let's put it this way: there are so many things that the body does that this. Okay, Perfect example. Do you know what the appendix does?
Honestly, no, I do not. I actually always wondered about that. I mean, I could probably Google it, but
No one really has the answer.
no.
Like, it's this foreign thing that sometimes, gets a little, and then you go, okay, I want to remove it. But worst case scenario, what's it there for to begin with? I say it's there for several things. Back to someone who has it or doesn't have it. But when you take out a whole chromosome, chromosomes are very complicated as it is, right? But when you do that, you remove something that it can do eventually, right? Sometimes they don't all happen at like there's certain things that kick in at certain like okay, you may be like whatever age you are now, but like maybe when you're older, these chromosomes kick in and then they start helping you along the way. You don't know how they all add up. So in essence, you're basically like creating a problem for them like years to come because you edit the way they're made. And I know that doesn't make sense, but I guess the best way to say it is like, okay, let's say, Jesse, we had you manufactured in a lab, we put you in Asia, and we give it a name, namely like, what do you want to call yourself?
Bob.
Okay, we'll call it Bobby. So Bobby is now in Asia, right? And Bobby now has chromosomes that are edited in order to be like withstanding certain things that they say, oh, we can withstand like coronavirus, we can withstand pox, we can withstand, AIDS. Okay, so the question is, do you lay dormant there, or do you give that one life? Now, if you lay dormant there, the question is, can you use that like body for yourself eventually?
Good question. Good question. Like, will these children have other problems as they get older? Who knows? But it this would be pretty interesting to see how they grow up. Although I kind of wish I had superpowers, but whatever. HIV resistant genes is still just as good.
Well, again, okay, so now let's say its liver goes bad, and you want to donate. Are you going to donate? Well, that's the question. If they create other cells of, okay, go ahead. Go with what you. Go ahead.
No, no, no. I was like, I'm wondering, will they create like clones with this technology and then use
Yes.
them as? Wait, wasn't this a movie?
Yes.
Oh, great.
There's
Oh
so
my
many.
God.
Yeah. No. This is okay. Let's put it this way. We don't have enough time because we gotta go to Bill coming up in a minute. But there's so many like, what is wrong with this? And then others go, no, this is what's right with it. And I go, no. When you edit the body, you create problems eventually. It's like editing our food, right? Some of the I'll give you an example. I posted like a few weeks ago, probably like a month now, pickles. Pickles have been going bad in Clausen pickles. I love Clausen pickles, but if you look at them, they have like a dark, like it's basically. And I checked with someone, and they said, yeah, that's what's it called? E. coli, right? It's like fungusy all of a sudden, right? And the problem is they're using edited. You get it? Like those things are already edited. They've been editing our food supply for a while. They were like big in arms, and then all of a sudden we kind of allowed it, so it's kind of like us to blame. But the big word Monsanto, right? So they've been doing that for some time for seeds, saying no, you got to buy our seed, not others. But they basically don't repopulate within like so many times. So it basically creates a problem. That's why some go, I want GMO or non-GMO, and usually people say I want non-GMO, but they don't know it's actually still GMO. It just depends on how you label it. Anyway, long story short, we're gonna come back to that a little bit later. We'll be back with more right after these messages. We got Bill Norby of Applebee's coming up next. Stay tuned.
The Holiday Inn Express in Suites and Banning is distinctively suited for your travel time out of the car. Off the road, you'll find a courteous, welcoming staff in spacious rooms with desks, flat-screen HD TVs, and comfortable furnishings. Enjoy the complimentary breakfast buffet, high-speed internet, and fitness center and pool. The Holiday Inn Express in Suites and Banning, conveniently located off the I-10 near golf, gaming, and entertainment. For reservations and information, call 951-572-5500. That's 951-572-5500, or go online at hiebanning.com.
Banning Stagecoach Days is coming soon, September 9th, 10th, and 11th. Enjoy live rodeo Friday and Saturday nights at 7 p.m., plus Sunday afternoon at 4. There's live music featuring Adam Doliak Friday at 10 and Drew Parker Saturday at 10. Enjoy the Kids Zone, vendors, and beer garden all weekend long. Catch the parade at 10 a.m. Saturday downtown. That's Stagecoach Days at Dysart Park. Take the I-10 freeway to Banning, exit on Sunset, and go south. For more information, go to stagecoachdays.org.
Do you owe $10,000 or more to the IRS or state? Did you miss sending out a prior year tax return? The IRS is out to collect now more than ever, and they'll use any means necessary. They legally can and will garnish your wages, take your money, and even seize your property. If you're behind on your taxes, call the Tax Relief Hotline right now at 951-224-9000. That's 951-224-9000. 951-224-9000. You can legally get your tax debt under control, and in many cases, get the breathing room you need. Garnished wages, property seizures, bank levies can stop immediately, but you have to call. Many of our specialists are IRS enrolled agents. They know the system and how to make it work for you. Don't wait for the IRS to come down on you. Act now so you can get your tax debt under control. Call the Riverside office today for free info at 951-224-9000. That's 951-224-9000. 951-224-9000.
After the game, after school, after work, Applebee's is where you want to be to enjoy their bold, savory grilled steaks, salmon, or chicken. Applebee's is located where Beaumont meets Banning, just off 6th Street near Highland Springs Avenue. Applebee's started with the same philosophy they follow today. Focus on serving good food to good people in a neighborhood-style setting. Applebee's also offers car side to go when you order online. Applebee's in Beaumont, serving the Pass area. So fresh, so fast, make it Applebee's tonight.
Hello, listeners. This is Christopher from The Christopher Show. Hey, if you missed one of our shows here at KMET, don't worry about it. You can go to our webpage, and that's KMET1490am.com. Go to the homepage, click on the SoundCloud tab, and hear any show anytime you want.
That's right. It is the morning show here on ABC News Radio, KMET 1490 AM. We appreciate each and every one of you. We know it's going to be a hot one, and I can tell you right now, hot is, well, not a thing I don't love the heat. I know we got Bill Norby over there. Bill, what's going on?
Well, good morning, Aaron, Jesse, and all the KMET listeners. Yes, it's going to be a hot one all weekend long. So come on down to Applebee's and watch some sports and get a cold beer.
Yeah, speaking of cold, I see one of the latest drinks, which looks interesting. Mucho Margarita. What is that?
Blue Tiki Margarita. That's Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson's signature tequila that he has made. He is his company, and he has a partnership with Applebee's. We've actually got two of them right now. The Blue Tiki Margarita, which is a tropical margarita featuring the ultra premium Terramana Blanco tequila with our unique blend of passion fruit, pineapple, cherry, and lime. And then there's the Cyclone Circle Margarita. It's a frozen drink, and it's a swirling margarita featuring the Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson's ultra premium Terramana Blanco tequila with flavors of strawberry and mango. Both very delicious on a hot day.
Yeah, I can see that. I'm looking at both, and I'm like, okay, even Jesse, I would say get a virgin one for him. He doesn't have alcohol. He drinks responsibly. Jesse, I know you have a question on that.
Oh, okay. First off, they look amazing. All I gotta say is I'm willing to drink alcohol as long as someone drives me.
This is coming from someone who does. I'm telling you, he's hot there. How hot is it gonna be, Bill?
How hot is it gonna be?
Yeah.
I think it's gonna hit. Well, I know where it might be a little cooler up here in Beaumont, Banning, but I think it's going to be about a 105 down where I live in Redlands. But it's probably going to hit 100 here today in the Pass area too.
Yeah, I'm getting some reports from our audience that it's going to be up to about 113, 114, 115. So yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, you're welcome. I don't make the news. I just say it. Okay, so oddly enough, a lot of people are like, okay, I know I want to have fun, but I also want to have some good food. And something is back that I think we need to talk about, which I'm a big fan of. I'm so glad they brought it back. It's wings, and it's endless. What's going on there?
Yeah, it's all you can eat is backed by popular demand, and so for $12.99, you can get endless boneless wings with endless fries. You can start with one kind of sauce and move to another. We've got classic buffalo, honey barbecue, sweet Asian chili, garlic parmesan, extra hot buffalo, and honey pepper. There's those 6 wing sauces to choose from. You can start with one plate and move to another plate, and keep eating until you get your fill for $12.99.
Okay, and again, this is for the Beaumont Banning area, just so you know. And I know you got Applebee's in your own area. If you're tuning in, we appreciate you. But okay, question of the day. I know you guys do a special, especially if certain team wins. So what's happening?
Yeah, so we extend a 10% discount to all KMET listeners. Just come on in and say that you heard me on the radio and that I want my KMET discount. You get 10% off all regularly priced items. Now, starting next Thursday is the first game of the NFL season, and our Los Angeles Rams are going to be playing the Buffalo Bills. And anytime the Los Angeles Rams do win, we're going to double that discount and make it a 20% KMET discount until the very next game. So
Nice.
it's good all week long.
Yeah, again, you can listen to that on our station, and KMET 1490 AM is where it's at, 98.1 as well, FM. Okay, Bill, I know we got to let you go, but you got some cool stuff, and let's put it this way. I know you guys are doing good during, the worst time that we've ever been through when it comes to, virus, but you still have fun along the way. You do it safe. You have, to-go service. You have, whatever people want. And I will say, is there ever a request that you go, oh, okay, let me see if I can do that? Because sometimes people have certain, needs when it comes to their diet. Maybe they're getting, maybe they were out of the hospital, now they're trying to get well. Is there, certain things that you say, oh, we can help you with that?
Well, sure. We get all kinds of special requests, and we do our best to accommodate any and all special requests. As I know during the pandemic, there's been a lot of requests to have contactless delivery, a contactless car side also. So we have our third parties, our DoorDashes and our Uber Eats, and but then also if you want to come to our car side and not have any contact, we will certainly take care of that. They can pay online, and we can put it in their trunk or back seat and basically never really even speak to them if that's what they want.
Wow.
And we do that. And then we also have our allergen, for special requests, we make sure that our guests are not allergic to any of the ingredients. So we do work with our guests to make sure that they get what they want.
Okay, I love it already because I know a lot of people, and I've checked in on a few people, and they're either I had someone who my mom was talking to, and her brother was in the hospital, and then somebody else said that they had a friend who was trying to recover because they had what's called long haul COVID. And I say this, have fun along the way. If you got to stay home or you got to be kind of repairing, a lot of people have sometimes the big dreaded C word, cancer, but they can have fun with some of these meals and have them prepared for them. And you got some really big meals, by the way. I know we always talk appetizer. Can you talk about a big meal that's hearty and something people are going to go okay, I feel good. I can rest the rest of the day with my air conditioning on. Hopefully the power doesn't go off.
Absolutely. We have, probably my favorite meal at all of Applebee's is Bourbon Street Chicken and Shrimp. It's the Cajun seasoned chicken and blackened shrimp, jazzed up with buttery garlic and parsley, served with sizzling sautéed mushrooms, onions, and garlic mashed potatoes. It's a full meal, and it fills me up every time.
Jesse is salivating over there. Jesse, are you okay?
Oh my God, my mouth is drooling right now. I'm like, oh my God, I'm hungry. Is it lunchtime yet?
Do you have any breakfast specials, man? I think we need to go there for,
Not yet. We do open at 11. We're open 11 a.m. to midnight every day.
All right, all right. We love you. We appreciate you. Thank you for making it a great thing, especially in our neck of the woods. Beaumont Banning is where it's at. If there's ever a problem, always go to Applebee's. They know how to, have the solution for you. And I don't know if there's a fire coming because there's a lot of dry weather there. Are you okay there? Where do you live, by the way?
I live in Redlands, but we have had some fire threats in previous years around the restaurant. So obviously the pass area is a fire area, and so we've had a few in the past years. But this year's been kind of quiet, thank God. But we'll just keep knocking on wood.
Yeah, and again, go check it out if you're in the area. Again, they're close to the 10 freeway, so they're not in dry area, but up the road, there's a lot of problems usually there. And I know with dry and then heat and then someone being careless, it just takes a little bud of cigarette and then boom, you got a whole woodland fire. So be careful out there. And if you ever have somewhere you need to go where it's cool, go to Applebee's. That's where it's at, especially with those drinks, man. I'm just going to flash that again because we got somebody on social media saying that she needs one, which she says, I have to try those drinks. And again, drink responsibly. But for Jesse to say I'm all right with this, man, I think we converted him in a way. I just say we got to go I don't know, Jesse. I've never heard you say that.
I don't know. He always makes them sound so good, and the reason I don't drink is because of my medication, and it amplifies alcohol. So whatever I drink is pretty much going to be double or triple.
Okay, we'll turn down the volume of what is that, rum or what's in there?
It's a tequila. It's Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson's Ultra Premium Terramana Blanco tequila.
You just went next level. I'm pretty much sure you're gonna have this. I've never seen Jesse be so happy about that. Jesse, what's so happy about that?
I don't know. It sounds cool. Plus, it's The Rock. So where can you go wrong, right?
Okay, there it is. Awesome. And I know Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson appreciates. So thank you, Bill, for all that you do. Thank you for your employees and your great staff.
It is my pleasure. See you down at Applebee's.
All right, there it is. Yep, things that bring good energy. It's the Mucho Monarita Sips. Go check those out. Have fun. Drink responsibly. And if you take Jesse, just remember, make sure to drive because we don't want him all over the road. You might say, Jesse, I think you got a cutoff. I think maybe, yeah, you know what? I'm going to just have one for you, and that's it. How about that?
I'm okay with that. I'm okay with one drink.
All right.
No. I'm afraid I'll be like Frank the Tank from, what was it, Old School? Let's not turn me into that.
Let's not. All right, we'll take a quick break. We'll be back with more. And don't forget, endless boneless wings, even better.
Summer in the Inland Empire. You know what that means. Sunny days and hot temperatures that make you want to stay inside. Franklin Mechanical Systems can repair or replace your air conditioning unit to get it working cool before the heat hits. For cleaning, repair, or a new installation, call them for a free estimate. Franklin Mechanical Systems for all your residential and commercial air conditioning needs. Call their Beaumont office at 951-845-1000. That's 951-845-1000 and get cool today. KMET 1490 AM presents University of Redlands football. This Saturday, September 3rd at 7 p.m., the Bulldogs host George Fox University, live from Ted Renner Stadium in Redlands. I'm Mitch McClellan. Join Brett Malik and me as the Bulldogs meet the Bruins in the season opener. University of Redlands football broadcasts are brought to you by Gallagher's Finishing Touch Engraving, Redlands Hot Sauce, the Gourmet Pizza Shop in historic downtown Redlands, Hatfield Buick GMC, Mattress Brothers, Pericone Juices, Savarino's Italian Deli and Market, Professional Payroll Services, and the Bulldog Bench. That's University of Redlands football action this Saturday night at 6:45 for the pregame show, followed by kickoff at 7 p.m. Live from Redlands on your home for Bulldog football, KMET 1490 AM.
Are you paying rent because you think you cannot afford to live in your dream home? Are you renting because you don't believe that you have the down payment funds to purchase your own home? The Siegel lending team at ronismylender.com has up to $25,000 to help qualified people purchase their own home at amazing interest rates. Contact the Siegel lending team today at ronismylender.com. Again, ronismylender.com, license under NMLS 217037. ronismylender.com.
We're in the studio with Fred Penny, managing attorney with Penny and Associates Injury Lawyers. Fred, tell us what makes you the #1 choice for handling personal injury cases.
Most of our firm is made up of former insurance company trial lawyers with extensive experience handling all types of personal injury matters. We believe that gives us a distinct advantage.
That's Penny and Associates Injury Lawyers with locations throughout California. For a free consultation, go to pennyandassociates.com or call 1-800-616-4-LAW. That's 1-800-616-4-LAW.
La Michoacana El Rodeo, your local ice cream parlor. You scream, I scream, we all scream for ice cream. La Michoacana serves banana splits, milkshakes, smoothies, and a variety of homemade ice cream and natural fruit flavored popsicles. La Michoacana is open until 11 p.m. and is located in the Palm Plaza of 6th Street in Beaumont and on West Ramsey Street in Banning. La Michoacana's menu includes acai bowls, fruit salads, corn on the cob, and their famous mouth-watering mangonada treat to cool you down. Y arriba, Michoacán!
Welcome back. Yes, it is the morning show here on ABC News Radio, KMET, 1490 AM. I'm not going to lie. I feel like we're kind of like getting people to want to drink right now because when it's hot, it's one of those things you go, you know, can you just calm me down? Because sometimes just do that. But I will say drink responsibly. Again, have somebody ready to go just in the event, or just eat a lot of protein. Okay, that's usually the answer. When certain people like, you know, drink all alcohol and they have no protein in them, they get a like, you know what I mean? You don't get, you know what I mean?
I'm just gonna say yes.
Just have protein always with what you eat. That's all I'm gonna say. Because if you've never drank before, and I know you haven't, Jesse, I don't want to try the first one on you. I'm just saying.
I've drunk before in my younger days. Yes, the last time I remember drinking till I was like almost blacked out. They put me in a room, and I'm not gonna get into details. Let's just say they locked me in the room, but I found my way out.
Oh no, you're a bad. Okay, you know what? I'm gonna cut you off at 1. I thought you could handle maybe 2 or 3. I don't think you can handle like. How many did you have? Do you remember?
Yeah, no, me and my friend. This was his parents were gone, and we threw a house party. Yeah, let's just say half a bottle of a no liquor. So, yeah. After that, I took it more seriously because you know what? I realized when I woke up in a weird place, I did something stupid. So, yeah.
You got it. You were in party mode. Don't be in party mode. That's what you're saying.
Yes, and the reason why is because, like I said, I think it came to realization that you know my dad was an alcoholic, so I don't want to go in that method or route.
Yeah, I get that.
I limited it. So
okay.
It's fun, I guess, but I just like the flavors of the drinks.
No, I get that. I totally understand that. And you know what? I appreciate that because you know you never know if you have a high tolerance and if that's a problem. But it sounds like you don't have a high tolerance, which is good. And then if you drink every so often, then that's good. Like whenever they mark, like whenever you go to the doc, you know, and you kind of like, you know, there's sometimes the question, do you drink alcohol? And they go like casually every now, you know what I mean? Like, and you go, well, casually, what does that mean? And I just like, you know, maybe with a friend, maybe once or twice, like in like every other month, you know what I mean? That's me. But sometimes they go, do you drink one a week? I go, well, I wouldn't say I do, but you know, I don't want to sound uncool. So, you know what I mean? Because sometimes you're like, because sometimes people ask, I go, well, and then if you say no, they think you're alcoholic. And I'm like, I'm not alcoholic. I just don't want to, you know, I wouldn't know because I really don't. Then you sound alcoholic, but you're not. You just, you know, you have one with friends and then, you know, maybe some wine with like a little, you know, oh man, speaking of which, by the way, Applebee's has a good pasta selection. You might want to check it out. And that's all I'm going to say about that. Okay. They also have some good steak. And again, endless boneless wings, man. Just go for fun. Like have a conversation with someone like over like, I don't know. I have a friend that we used to do this, and we're, you know, almost with our book, although, man, is he delaying. We need to, like, get it next level. But, you know, we used to, like, talk about business over lunch and or, like happy, you know, happy hour, which was, like, 4 or 5 or 6. and then he'd go his way, I'd go my way, and we have like a plan to do something, right? So you could do it over wings, and again for only $12.99, boneless. I know it's basically per person, but you can slip one the other, and then maybe they'll want to get one for themselves. You know what I mean?
Right. Sharing's caring. Oh,
Sharing.
I'm hungry now.
What are you looking at?
No, I'm just hungry.
He's like, please give me. All right. Let's switch it up. Let's do some shout outs in social media. We got Mark Blevins. Got the hot emoji, like sweating emoji, along with like a nice emoji of something delicious. That looks so good. Says, you guys promoting Applebee's Grill and Bar today? Yeah, we just did, actually. Let's see. Algenia says, you got me pinning up my hair up in the office and drinking coffee for lunch. Stop, Jesse. Let's see. Also, we've got Judy Munoz, who says, babysitting my 4-year-old granddaughter, Bella. We appreciate that. You're such a good grandma. Let's see. Paul Cassidy says, sending love and prayers from Vermont to all our friends in California. Hi from Vermont. Thank you, Paul, for tuning in. Rosalie says, booze and food will solve any problem, especially heat, man. Judy says, been hot here, like that there, and when I was visiting family back in Wyoming. Yeah, that makes sense. Bobby, thank you for giving us some nice stars there. If you have the app of Facebook and you want to send some stars our way, we appreciate you more than you know. And then we've got other people tuning in on Twitter, on LinkedIn, and others. So thank you also for sharing. We saw our shares go up to like 50, so we appreciate you guys. Thank you for sharing. Sharing is caring, as Jesse says. Okay, Jesse, before we go to our other break, because we got to pay the bills here, the question of the day is this. Let's go back to that article about gene editing, okay? Because I think we're stumbling on something that is basically, like you said something to me before we start about like so many years in the future it's going to be very norm, right? But should it be norm? I say the answer is that depends, right? Let's go back to the theory of creating someone in a lab and then like they're you, but they're edited. Like, what would you have them edit? You know what I mean?
Right? No. I'm thinking, well, there was like, what's the video game? I can't remember the name of the video game, but either way, they had the ability to alter their genes and like, let's say I need resistance to heat, or I need more resistance to cold. Maybe I need resistance to this virus or whatever, So for all I know, in the next 20 years, we'll probably be seeing a lot more of this.
Yeah, but I'm not all right with this. I'll say this. This is an area, and whether you believe it or not, this area has had so many viruses that we've had to like deal with that have gotten out of like, you know what I mean? Like, okay, we have laboratories here, right? And whether you know it or not, a lot of these laboratories have a lot of viruses that are dormant, right? But they research them. You know what I mean? Like, it's like you get one person mad and they go, okay, now we have a new virus. And I can't help but think, Jesse, and I just saw this, it's a new version of it on Netflix. Anyone that loves, and I know you're really big in gaming, but Resident Evil, isn't that how it starts, Jesse? When they kind of like start like editing some type of genome and then they say, okay, this is resistant against that. But what if it's not resistant against the next few things coming out? What if, because our body is a very, very miraculous thing, right? But now you say, okay, I don't want that, I don't want that, I don't want that. Someone say, okay, that makes sense, like heart disease, right? Another good movie you should see is Gattaca. Gattaca deals with that. Oh God, what's his name? But he wants to get, go ahead. Is it Ethan Hawke?
Ethan Hawke and Uma Thurman?
Yes, Ethan Hawke, Uma Thurman. I can never remember the brother guy. But basically, like, his brother is the edited genome, right? Because they go, okay, this baby is going to have problems with, like, certain things with life, right? And that is what they have the ability to do now based on, like, okay, let's look at your DNA. Let's look at what you have what they call, well, I call something that will eventually happen, like, in your body. But it kind of deals with that whole, he wants to go to space, but he can't, because he doesn't have like the genes, right? His brother, on the other hand, is like a perfect fit for, whatever he wants. So the question is, who has more durability or will? And that's what you kind of see with the, one who is the brother. So Gattaca, go check it out. It's on Netflix, by the way. It's a really good. But now the question is, now that we're here, what are the benefits and or the problems? I say this: focus on the problems, then you'll have the benefits. I say, if you can figure out early what a specific, I'll give you a perfect example. Zika, and, okay, pox. If a kid gets pox, will he get polio eventually?
Yes.
The answer depends on his genome structure, okay, or his DNA. It depends on certain people, like they flare up, like with the sun. That's a certain DNA structure that they're not good with sun. That's based on like their, it's hard to explain, but like their body, right? So would you maybe be able to say, okay, I don't want a, like, because the body basically says, okay, produce this, this, and this, and this, right? Like, because we all have like a DNA structure, right? And so our body does more of something rather than something else. So somebody goes, okay, I'm not good with like this particular food because my body doesn't process it well. Well, in your body, there's certain things that kind of replicate in your like intestine and in your body that say, okay, I like this, I don't like this. Perfect example, lactose, okay? Certain people produce, right? You know what I'm talking about with that. But all you need to do is add like a certain like, you know, you can get lactate, or I do this lactose you know, ingredient that supplements my body to be able to handle dairy, so I don't have a problem the next day, right? So some of our bodies produce more of and some produce less of, right? So back to this, I could see them saying, well, it's going to help with like, you know, some really big things like, you mentioned AIDS, that's very big, by the way, but let's say something as big as that they usually say, heart disease or diabetes or, you know,
high cholesterol or something like that.
Well, cholesterol's a little bit different than that. That's more like that can be, you're not wrong, but that's like artery. So it's like you can't broaden the artery. But the chromosomes that they're editing can actually create a problem eventually. Like, okay, let's say, okay, and Asia's very big on this, right? And we know this. And for those that don't know, it's like, okay, they have in the past put such a squash on people. People don't understand how much, like, if you meet an Asian person, ask them this. Say, do you wonder if there'll ever be a day here, like it is there, where you can only have so many kids, and or you can only have like a male child or a female child? And then, no. Like, what happened there to say, okay, if you have one child, you know what I mean? Like, there was a time, and I don't know if they still do this, but it wasn't that long ago, where they said, okay, only a certain amount of kids you can have. You know that, right?
I want to say yes. I want to hear that. I heard that from a movie, but you know what? I
No, it's
really
real.
don't know.
Yeah.
Oh, is it?
Yeah, that's called population control en masse, okay? So the question is, let's say, you know, and back to that, and I get that because certain areas, like, they don't want to, like, overpopulate, right? I'll give you a perfect example. Japan, right? It's an island, right? You know, you can only have so many. So, like, okay, we can't keep growing wide. You know, we got to go tall. But the point is, let people move. You know what I mean? Let them have as many kids they want, because what if there comes a day and age where you do the wrong chromosome, and then that person mates with other people, and then now you got no ability to produce kid because you didn't know that that chromosome helps the reproductive organ reproduce child. So now a bunch of people can't have kid, and now our population dwindles eventually. Would someone say, oh, that's good? And I would say that's not good, because now you got a bunch of barren people that can't produce. That's the problem when you go into chromosome. You don't know what you're dealing with. And when you do that, you create a problem eventually when it comes to, like, you know, can I reproduce? Can I have a baby? Or now am I barren for life? Now, if you put that with like something that you would see like in Resident Evil, the question is this: at what point do you get zombie?
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. I'm like, if you keep editing the genes and then keep editing and editing, like, at what point are we gonna stop becoming human and become something else?
Yeah, or you combine DNA of an animal with you. Now, some think that's a really good thing, right? Jesse's like, what would I combine with? But I would say no, because certain animal structure is made for animal, but not you. Now, let's say you want to, okay, pick an animal that you want to like put into your biology, which you can with gene editing. You can do that.
No, we did this a couple years back. I already said it. I'm not going to say it again. Let me pick a different animal. Let me be a bear.
Okay, you're a bear. What kind of bear? Bears are different.
True. I'll be a grizzly bear.
I'd pick polar bear. Okay, so let's say you want resistance against certain things, right? Like you're good with the cool. You don't like the heat. right? And the body temperature of a polar bear actually regulates in cold weather for a reason, right? It has a lot of hair, true, but it's able to withstand certain temperatures. Plus, they're really tall, they're real strong. They're actually, if they were in a fight with a grizzly, polar would win, just so you know, right? Don't,
yes.
don't match on. It seems odd. Maybe the grizzly would win if he was like heavy. But the point is this. Now, put like a bear structure in your body slowly, right? Within weeks, you start growing like something that you go, what is that? And it's called a paw. All of a sudden, your hand starts forming odd. Yeah. And now you have a pad within like months, okay? So now you go, okay, what else is going to happen, right? And I look, I'm going to tell you this right now. It's already beginning, okay? In certain areas of the world, which are not under certain, like, you know, they say, oh, that's illegal, that's illegal, that's illegal. A lot of this stuff is on, like, is it? And if you move to an area where you have no jurisdiction, or you do so secretly, kind of like Raccoon City, it all happens under the surface, right? I guarantee you there are places like that in the U.S., in Russia, in Asia, and in Australia. I guarantee, right? There's always someone who's saying, I have the latest breakthrough, or I have this or that, right? So I would not combine with any DNA of any animal. I would just survive as much as possible because I don't want the problems that come with that animal. Now, certain animals have certain chromosomes that actually not only replicate, but like they create, well, let's put it this way. There's a reason you're not reptile. There's a reason you're not, you get it? You're not amphibian. You're not, but like, okay, perfect example. Everybody's thinking about Hulk, right? Because of She-Hulk. Like, you love that, right?
Yes, okay, where are we going?
But in that movie, they actually kind of say, okay, because the scientist says, okay, well, what if, like salamanders have the ability to reproduce a leg, right? So I want to reproduce your arm. So I'm going to give you some chromosome, but I'm not going to tell you it's from salamander. But now you get like in your throat something that feels a little like salamander-ish, right? It feels like kind of, right? Because now you're half salamander. So the question is, what is good, what is great, what is wonderful when you basically have to kind of like trial? You know what I mean? Like, do you want to be on the trial? I would say no. And I would say, but people are doing it anyway because when you can edit gene, let's go back to the article. What does the article say? And you sent it to me.
Which one? About the mice or the children?
Either one. Oh, here it is. CRISPR, CRISPR, breakthrough. And again, if you think this is a fantasy, it's not, man. This is something that I remember reading in Michael Crichton books of Jurassic Park. Okay, we're here. And he said, is it right? Is it the right thing? What will happen eventually? And this will happen, all right? It says CRISPR breakthrough creates a healthy mouse with only 19 chromosomes, meaning it's normal. Now it says, oh, man. Okay, I'll go to the article. It says, Chinese researchers say they've successfully reprogrammed the genome of the common lab mouse, rearranging its genes and reducing the number of chromosomes from 2019. When are they going to go down to, like, you know what I mean, like 8? And what does that do to a mouse? There's a problem with that, I guarantee.
Yeah, I hope they're not messing around like that. Just like, oh, I wonder how low we can go before it's no longer a mouse, right?
Yeah, now what do you have? You have like a mutated version of a mouse. And what do you get? Do you get 1 ear? Do you get 3 ears? Do you get 8 arms? What do you get? Right? You do that with octopus. Octopus go, I don't think so, man. Octopus is very complicated, by the way. Not only in the mind, but also the way it works its limbs, right? Mouse, although they're very like, I feel bad for mouse. Mouse is always being the one. But they say mouse is very close to human, which is why they test on mouse. So let's say you have a mouse chromosome combined with that, bear chromosome combined with a reptile chromosome. Now what happens, Jesse?
Yeah, you're pretty much a chimera, which is, a combination of animals.
Yeah, so I guarantee that's going to happen in the next, like, with the method, let's see, with what they're doing, probably about anywhere from, I say probably, they're so close, you're not wrong. They might do that in 8 to 12 years. You're going to see somebody with a weird nose. And you'll be like, why does that nose look weird? And he goes, I don't know. But he got tested on, Jesse. And so I say this. Don't sign up for any, like, possibilities, especially with Asia. Let's see. Anyone that wants to, like, investigate chromosome, just say no, okay? Because you don't want to be on, like, maybe in 100 to 100, like, some years, maybe I could see a use of that. But there's so many things that are going to go wrong with the first that you're going to say no. So, Jesse, even if they offer you like $1 million, say no. Can you do that?
Oh, yes. I am not gonna. No, I'm not an experiment. The only way I'll do this is if there's like some guarantee where I'll get a superpower. No animal splicing. I want superpowers.
But there's the answer right there. So, some people can like do things with their mind, right? Like some can, some can't. So they're investigating that. If you don't think that, check out, there's some good movies about that. I think Clooney's in one of them. There is an investigative thing that they do. You know what I'm talking about, right, Jesse?
Okay, and yes, unfortunately, those were real experiments the U.S. government did. And the movie you're talking about is The Men Who Stare at Goats. That was the dumbest movie I've ever seen. But the fact that it was based on true events is even more, dumb.
Which is basically, let's put it this way: if you haven't seen that movie, watch it with Clooney, and you'll understand. They investigate people that have ability to do things with their mind. Okay, that is, and I met people along the way, or friends of friends, that have that ability, and they're termed as, I don't want to use that term, but I would go like, okay, what were prophets of old? Were prophets of old able to speak with their mind? Were they able to communicate with their mind? When you pray, how do you communicate? So I say our minds are very like, okay, if you think of your mind like and I hate to say this, but people hate it, but whatever, like an ant. Ants communicate, but they have like little antennae, right? Which help with certain like signal, right? So they could just, right? Without like using their mouth, because they use their mind, right? Dolphins use sonar. So certain brains are like certain ways. You get, okay. So anyway, I know we're out of time, but this is there's nothing good when you like, okay, I'm going to read this real quick. It says different species have different numbers of chromosomes. Humans have 23 pairs, with one chromosome in each pair coming from our mother and the other from our father. When you start editing that, you're going to have problems. You're going to have zombies eventually. That's all I'm going to say. All right, Jesse, make it a great day. Whatever you do, remember, life is worth living. We'll see you again, same time, same place. Just check us out, same location. Bye, everyone.